No, absolutely not.
It seems like the only one that is going to help me get down the road is myself.
That was the reaction from downtown business owners expressing their frustrations last night at 10 o'clock, telling us that the city of Indianapolis did not do enough to protect businesses from rioters nearly a month ago. And tonight, we're taking their concerns straight to the top and getting some answers. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Fanchon Stinger. Fox 59's Courtney Crown talks with the police chief tonight. She is also talking to more business owners who are downright mad. Courtney, what are they telling you tonight?
Yeah, that's right, Fanchon. A third business actually came forward to do an interview today and said that destruction like this to downtown businesses would have never happened had IMPD officers had more support.
I've heard that a lot of people are saying, a lot of the leadership are saying Saturday could not be avoided. I beg to differ, it could have been avoided.
The owner of Giorgio's Pizza, located just off Monument Circle, he, along with other downtown business owners, insist IMPD officers were not equipped or given the command in time to control the violent rioters on May 29th and May 30th.
They were not allowed to do anything. They wreaked havoc throughout this whole entire city, and the mayor allowed them to do it.
Last night, we told you at a meeting, Assistant Chief Chris Bailey admitted officers pulled back at the request of Deputy Mayor David Hampton, who was talking to peaceful protesters.
So we removed all of our officer presence as much as possible from that area.
Today, I sat down with Chief Taylor, showing him that video. He told me the officers never left the area, but they did pull back.
We obviously wanted things to go peacefully, and that's why we backed off, but we didn't leave the area.
But business owners insist officers moving back allowed the bad actors to get in and cause much of the destruction still there today.
One of the biggest issues for me was that the public service people also were put in harm's way without reason. They weren't allowed to do their job, and that was pretty visible to myself and a lot of the business owners here.
The real heart of the matter is there are business owners who have said IMPD was told to stand down, and we have reports of officers that officers were told to stand down and not engage.
So when you say that, I think I've already answered that. We did allow the protesters, which like I said at that time were peaceful, to have a little more space in the circle, but we did not leave the area. We simply backed off in an effort to give them space and to oblige their request.
Chief Taylor says they eventually deployed tear gas, but for these business owners, it was too little too late. They insist the mayor's office could have and should have given IMPD the ability to do more.
I think Saturday definitely could have been avoided.
Well, guys, even tonight, business owners are still pointing fingers at Mayor Joe Hogsett. And IMPD Chief Randall Taylor says that the mayor was, quote, great that weekend. He says he was engaged, and he said that he met with officers multiple times. Meanwhile, the Fraternal Order of Police is calling on an internal review of the mayor's actions over that weekend. We will, of course, continue to push for answers about what went on in downtown Indianapolis the last weekend in May. Fanchon and Dan?
Courtney, before you go, a quick question here. We're getting reports that officers were on standby, some of them asking to come in and help with the rioting. Did Chief Taylor address that?
We did ask him about that, Fanchon, and Chief Taylor said that he did not receive any requests from officers who did want to come in, nor did he turn down any officers either. He told me that he felt like there were enough officers downtown during those riots.
All right, Courtney Crown reporting from downtown. Courtney, we know this is going to continue, and we know you will stay on it. Thank you so much.